Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hobbits, yours truly, joined by Brett of Edelweiss. Checking out some more beer from Tommie Sjef. Tommie Sjef has been really good. Tommie's been good to us. What we've tried so far has been really nice, and it's been, so far in my mind, very authentic lambic inspired wild ales from the Netherlands that maybe deserve a little bit more hype than they're getting compared to a few other.
I think so.
Because there's a few other very famous, we're not going to talk about them because people know them, that get a lot of hype. But I think these guys deserve some recognition too, or Tommie does, because it's so well balanced, it's been so drinkable, and soft complexities, and all these things we've really started to enjoy.
Yeah.
We've only reviewed two of the products so far. Blancs and Lily, both were. Lily was insane though, but Blancs was really good. But we got this before we became a member.
We got this before Lily.
Yeah, so Lily was where we got the membership. Now we have a membership, so we can get all the future releases.
Yeah.
But this is the Tommie Sjef Voór. Voór? I don't know if I'm saying it right. I don't speak Dutch. But this is a 6%, I was about to say lambic inspired wild ale from the Netherlands, made with a small amount of plums. Fun thing, on our review of Blancs, Tommie watched the video and commented about the beer because we talked about the beer. And actually, Tommie told me that he's been watching the channel when he was getting into beer, and it's part of what helped him look up lambic, which is fucking nuts.
That is nuts.
And then he's like saying he said like that's where it all started. Thank you for this, which is like, don't thank me, man. I just drink beer online. Thank you for making great beer. Yeah. So and he gave us actually some information about Voór and everything, which is awesome. So he says that Voór is a goose inspired beer, more so than a plum wild ale.
Smells
so
like a goose from
more goose like than plum like. Yeah. And it the milium means very little in Dutch. And there's only one barrel of plum wild ale in total, with a blend of a total of 15 barrels. And it's not really noticeable in the beer, the plums, but to him it gives a tiny hint of an almost savory, perfumey plum flavor, like Japanese umeboshi, which is a pickled plum. So, yeah. And he says, keep up the good work. Well, you keep up the good work.
Yeah.
So this will be really fun to try. Again, we've really dug what we've had so far. So pours a very nice hazy golden yellow, slightly orange color. It looks like much darker on camera. It looks more copper.
You see now?
Yeah, it's more.
It looks more dark.
Yeah, but it looks like
an
oak aged goose.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
And someone's nodding because he already tried it behind the camera. But yeah, it looks what you'd expect from something like this. It's got a nice white head to it, even though there wasn't a big pop pulling off the cage, but also very gentle.
Yeah.
Because we had an accident.
Mr. Gentle.
Yeah, but it smells nice from here, so let's hear the aroma. Very goose-like. Very woody, oaky, loads of stone fruit to me. It's got like a very musty, woody.
Yeah, really musty.
Really woody, like
old,
wet wood.
Yeah, old cellar.
Yeah.
Almost like also into that cheesy.
I think it's right on the edge to not be cheesy. I don't think it's cheesy funk. I think
it's
like
mostly it's mostly like old wooden cellar.
But I see like what he says. Don't expect a plum wild ale.
No,
expect goose, because it's so much like goose.
It is.
If you told me, I think that's why also a lot of the Dutch people are really excelling at this, because a lot of the Dutch people are trying to make goose inspired beer. It's because of the climate and everything is almost the exact same as Belgium.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of it too. And there's even been talk like because of climate change happening, a lot of Belgian brewers or lambic makers have talked about Scandinavia because we're starting to get the temperatures that were in Belgium a few years ago. Yeah. To start facilities.
So maybe 6-7 years we'll have the same climate in Denmark
to make
as they had in Belgium 15 years or 10 years ago.
But the microflora is not the same.
No.
But it smells really good. Oaky, woody, again, woody, musty funk. Yeah, I'm getting a
apricot.
Yes, I was about to say, big time stone fruits. Yeah. And again, plums are stone fruits. So he says
it has like a plummy thing to it.
But that could just be, the fruitiness.
A bit of minerality.
On a wild ale, like wild ale like this. But he says it's, perfumey, slightly salty plum.
Yeah.
I can see there is maybe a slight savory.
I think it has maybe a bit of like a
But that might
savory
be
mineral-esque thing to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost also slightly perfumey.
Yeah,
I see
absolutely.
almost like
it's
perfumey.
floral perfumey.
Yeah, floral, but also almost slightly minty.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that almost saison-esque minty
It smells
touch.
really good
Yeah.
though. All his beer smells really good. Let's
Almost as complex as a Manning
Cheers.
Stone.
Cheers, Tommy. And here's to trying. Well, we have Brewed to try soon as well.
Cheers.
Or just Olash. Yeah, it's very goose-like. Oh, what I also really like about his beers, they're not so scrapingly sour. My big beef with sour beer nowadays is a lot of the brewers who make them. They make them so sour they get hard to drink. This has got balance. It's got the sourness, it's got the oak and everything.
Yeah.
A little bit of a savory touch for sure. The funk might not be as hefty on the flavor as on the aroma, but it's definitely there, I think.
I think it's very woody.
And I think it's more woody
Like
than
recognize how dry it is. And
Yeah.
I think that's from the barrel.
It's got a little
barrels.
bit of a sweetness to it as well.
Yeah.
Which
It's
is-
you know, it has
It's
that
like a
plummy kind of sweetness, and then
But it's like a light hint of plum.
yes.
And it's like a light hint of tannic structure to it. So like almost like tannic plum or just stone fruit.
I think it's very actually, you know, it's not scrapingly tannic, but it's you know
Very
you
tannic.
really sense that it has a lot of this barrel kind of
Almost
complex-
seedy.
Yeah.
Almost seedy.
Yeah.
But you have lots of
And
wood,
dusty, like
lots
that.
of dusty.
If you had like that earthy, dusty thing on your, you know, the plums or apricots.
If you gave this to me blind, I'd say it was a lambic.
Yes, absolutely,
100%.
absolutely.
And that's what all the experience I've had with Tommie Sjef so far has been the exact same thing. It tastes like it's lambic, but it's not made in Pajottenland in Belgium, so it's technically not lambic. But it tastes so similar to it.
It also has like to me a bit of it, slightly wheaty kind of, you know, just
There's a
like a
breadiness
wheat,
to it.
yeah, like a wheaty breadiness, like that fluffiness.
Yeah.
It has kind of a fluffiness from the malts.
And it's got like doughy breadiness.
Yes, exactly.
So I can see that.
That
kind of taste with the
sweetness
wheat.
reminds me of like
Yeah.
white bread or.
And actually, not. It's like a light sourness, but it's so balanced, like with sour and
Medium
funk.
minus
And I think
light.
that's why I really dig lambic and lambic inspired beers over like American style sour ales, because I've like the whole thing where you drink it, sip it in a glass or whatever, and you start to get that like almost like sour burn. Like this is what I wanted in like sour
Especially
beers.
non-fruited
Balance.
lambic,
Yeah.
you know, is really, you know, it has exceptional balance.
Yeah.
Much of it, especially Amalie Stong and Old Goose from Fontaine and the ones we've had from Tommie and
Yeah.
also Chiardin and
I think
some of the
if we
Cantillon
think
ones.
of some of the we
Also Tilking, you know, it's very. It reminds Tilkang, I think it's Tilkang. Tilkang. Yeah. It reminds me of Fontaine's
Yeah.
gooses.
And I think they have more funkiness and they have a little bit more like maybe fruity character. This is a bit more mellow than those. But
I think it
feel
has
like
at least more funk. You know, it
it
very
depends
much
on the
depends
vintage
on
too, because
the
it's
blend.
so different. Yeah,
They have so many blends, and
But-
some are more hoppy and have that peppery bite,
Yeah.
and others are much more fruity, and some are very funky and
Yeah.
woody and.
I don't know if you've talked to Michael and Tim, because I think they got this too. I don't know if they've had it yet.
I don't remember, but I know both of those guys love goose.
Yeah, I think this
Much
is,
more
but
than
I think
other
this is
lambic.
something that can really keep. Like right now, it's tasting very young. I think it will get much more interesting with age because it's more goose-like than fruited. Because if it was more fruited, I would drink it fresh to get that vibrant fruit character.
Yeah, and
but because
not
it's just
too
like
sour.
an undertone. Because I can see the salinity and everything that Tommie talks about.
Yeah.
This is something I would sit on for a bit longer.
Yeah.
And we have one more bottle, so we can do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if this one is the most, you know, rare or highly valued of the bunch from the membership, but
No.
whatever.
No. I'm still.
Whatever.
We also didn't get this through the membership, so I don't know. But most of his stuff sells out very quickly. But I think it's very good. Again,
I think
don't
this
know the
is,
balance
from
and-
what I remember, the smallest batch along with Lily.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not completely sure.
I will say I enjoyed Lily more, but I think I enjoyed this on the same level as like the Blancs, but just Blancs was sweeter and more.
Yeah, like a dessert lambic.
Yeah, so it's like a 93, 94, I think. I think it's very good.
Mm. Yeah, I think this one, if I think back to something like the Jester King Spun,
Yeah. It's probably on the similar.
yeah, Spun was just a bit more hoppy, peppery.
Yeah, and a bit more complex, just slightly. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Some of it, at least the fleur. But that was also because it was like port wine, like.
Especially a Amman and Gaston. The Amman and Gaston we had that day was probably the best Amman and Gaston I've had, maybe along with the 15 vintage we tried 3-4 years ago. Yeah, I'll actually go high 94. I think it's very good.
It's really nice.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, I really
Tommie
like
makes some
Goose.
good stuff, and I hope that more people get to try it now with the new memberships and all these things, and
yeah,
this is very nice. So, yeah, this was Tommie Sjef Voór. We still have Ola's to try. We'll try that soon. Again, this is another great variant, and it will be fun to see what's going to come up next. And I think there's also one beer left that is members only that we're going to try. Was it 2 beers for members only? One was Lily, right? And the other one comes eventually, I guess. But so far, so damn good. So thanks a ton. Well, not thanks a ton. Thanks a ton to ourselves for buying the beer, but thanks a ton to Tommie for making such great lambic-inspired beer, because we can call it lambic, essentially. But very, very nice. And I think very underrated, to be honest.
Yeah.
Very nice stuff. If you guys had a chance to try forward, let us know what you thought of it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Remember to ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And we're going to say cheers.
Cheers.
A delicious lambic-inspired ale, and see you guys in another video.